Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most legendary rivalries in comic book history, Lex Luthor versus Superman. But this time, we're talking about a brand new take on Lex, portrayed by none other than Nicholas Hoult. If you're a fan of DC, Superman, or just love epic superhero battles, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Before we get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest updates. And hey, drop a comment below. We want to hear your thoughts on Hoult's take on Lex Luthor. Let's get into it. We've seen it all. Over the last 85 years, the rivalry between Lex Luthor and Superman has been the centerpiece of countless comics, TV shows, and films. Lex, the maniacal genius, and Superman, the godlike hero. It's been a relationship fueled by hatred, jealousy, and a constant battle for supremacy. But in the upcoming Superman Legacy, set to release on July 11th, 2025, we're going to see a fresh version of Lex Luthor, portrayed by Nicholas Hoult, taking on David Corenswet's Clark Kent for the first time. And trust me, Hoult's version of Lex is something you won't want to miss. In a recent appearance on the DC Studio Showcase podcast, Hoult shared his take on why Lex despises Superman. He said, "I think that's what's fun to dig into with Lex. He's worked to be, in some ways, this hero, godlike figure. He believes he deserves this adoration and respect and love from humanity." Now, if you've read or watched any version of Lex Luthor, you know the guy's all about power and control. But Hoult adds an interesting twist. Lex's hatred for Superman comes from a place of love. He's not just jealous of Superman's power. He's envious of the adoration and affection the Man of Steel receives. Hoult explains it like this. Supes turns up and kind of gets all the adoration that he feels he deserves. This line speaks volumes about the complexity of Lex's character. It's not just about wanting to be the most powerful guy in the room. It's about feeling like he's been overlooked and overshadowed by a hero who seemingly gets everything without having to try. But why does this envy matter so much to Lex? Well, in Hoult's words, it's a blend of jealousy, fear, and most importantly, the desire for love. It's a need for validation that runs deeper than just wanting power. It's about belonging. Now, if you've followed the Superman-Lex rivalry for a while, you know that Lex's motivations have always been more complex than just being a bad guy. There's always been a sense of self-importance, the belief that he deserves to be loved and admired just as much as Superman. In fact, Lex sees himself as the true hero of his story, but the world only seems to care about Superman. And that's a tough pill to swallow. So, what happens when Lex believes he's done everything to earn the love and respect of humanity, but someone else, someone with even more power, swoops in and takes all the glory? You get one seriously angry villain. And that's exactly where Hoult's version of Lex comes in. Now, you might be asking yourself, does this mean Lex is a sympathetic character? And that's where things get interesting. Hoult's take on Lex definitely adds layers to the character. But let's be clear, this is still Lex Luthor. He's not the good guy here. The idea that Lex is driven by love for all the wrong reasons definitely humanizes him. But his actions still speak for themselves. He's ruthless, determined, and willing to go to extreme lengths to take Superman down. But at the same time, there's a vulnerability to him, a feeling of inadequacy that fuels his need for domination. This psychological depth makes Hoult's version of Lex not just another generic villain. It makes him real. It's a take that mirrors some of the best versions of the character, like in the TV show Smallville, where Lex's relationship with Clark Kent was explored on a deeper emotional level. But this version of Lex is more grounded, less about the crazy billionaire schemes, and more about a man who just can't stand the idea of not being the center of attention. Given the film's marketing and what we've heard from the cast, a lot of the drama in Superman Legacy will hinge on the dynamic between Superman and Lex Luthor. Sure, we're going to see epic action and superhero battles, but at the heart of it all is the personal rivalry between these two characters. And that's what makes the films so exciting. By giving Lex a more nuanced, psychologically driven motive for hating Superman, Hoult's portrayal is bound to bring something fresh and new to the table. It's not just about, I'm evil and I want to beat Superman. It's about why he wants to beat Superman. And that motivation makes for an even more thrilling, complex conflict. So, what do you think? Will Nicholas Hoult's version of Lex Luthor be the best one yet? Do you prefer a more complex, emotionally driven villain? Or do you miss the traditional power-hungry Lex? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take on this. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. We've got more superhero content coming your way, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.